Hello and welcome. This is Rochelle with the Healing Rose. So today we're doing a quick pick pile reading. So we'll just grab our 1 and let's go 2 and 3. All right. So we can go with pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. So you decide, take a moment. You obviously can pick more than one pile if you choose. And after you've taken a moment and you've decided which one is the most drawing you the most today, or if there are several, then you can always just skip to that channel. All right. Okay, pile 1, let's take a look and see. True self. All right, so the true self, connect to soul, heed inner guidance, and purify energy. Connect to soul, true self. All right, what do the cards need to tell us today about connecting with your true inner guidance, purifying your energy? Okay, so right away we had the 7 of coins, 7 of materials come leaping out, right? So it looks like we've been doing some, whoops, let me flip these the right side around. Doing some inner guidance, right? That inner work, sorry, such good English today. Like you've been doing the work, right? And it almost feels like, you know, you're trying to justify it. Feeling like you need to justify who you are to someone else, right? And that's been causing some dissatisfaction there. But it's time to move on from that need for self-justification. This is what I'm seeing here, right? Just moving on and really stepping into your own power, speaking your truth. So as we're having our interactions with other people, right? Because this to me feels like a lot of like you need to justify yourself. And at this point, it's like you don't need to keep going down that path of self-justification, justifying yourself continuously to other people. Just work on actually just being true to what your own voice is, right? Because things are starting to move for you now. So what do we have? Okay, Queen of Voices, right? Yeah, definitely like stepping into that place of strength and power, self-confidence, right? We're really coming into that place of, what makes us happy, right? And I feel it's like, what makes you happy, and, what is bringing you joy, and finding that balance in your life. Not getting caught up in the opinions of other people and having to just like always having to justify yourself, right? Instead of feeling the need to explain yourself continuously to others, just step into the place of being in your truth. And you know what you know, you are who you are, and just be true to that. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to give a reason why. And these are just saying, like, it's time for you, when you step into that place of truth, you're going to create your best life, and you're going to step yourself into that place of joy, right? We're going to find a balance. Don't let yourself be indecisive about this, right? Don't let yourself second guess yourself. Just really let yourself step into that place of truth, because what are we missing here, right? Thinking about your comfort zone, not someone else's comfort zone, right? Where is your place of sitting in your own grace, sitting in your own peace, sitting in your truth and walking that path towards your truth, finding your happiness, right? And don't let everybody else's voices chime in there and make chaos for you, right? You're speaking your own truth now. You're stepping into that grace. All right, pile one. I hope that resonated with you. If you like the video, give it a quick little thumbs up. I would love if you would subscribe. And if you feel called to listen to another one of the readings, then absolutely, I invite you to take a look. Take care. Okay, pile number 2. So let us see what your oracle card is. Pause. Respond versus react. Observe thoughts and mindfulness. Okay, pause. Responding versus reacting. Taking the time to observe your thoughts and practicing mindfulness. What do we need? What else do we need to know about that? Let's see. Where have we been? Oh, trying to find balance, right? Or this almost feels more like you've been struggling to find a balance. Interesting. Okay. And where are we moving? Oh, beautiful. All right. So where have we been and where are we going with this? So it's like we've been struggling to find balance, right? But we're coming into a place where that struggle is now over, right? We're manifesting something new. We're creating a transformation, right? You've been feeling, it feels like it feels almost like, you've been trying to do it alone. You've been struggling to pull things together by yourself, right? But now it's time. It feels like, follow your intuition. For me, this moon card always means, for me, it always means there's something to do with dreams, right? Like dream work, keeping a dream journal. And then we've got the Muse of emotions, right? So it's like you're coming into a place of mastery. You might have been struggling, and things, it's like you're trying hard to find that balance, trying hard to find that place where you're not just like full on reacting to all the things, trying to find a moment of peace where you can get that stillness and find that mindfulness. And yeah, it feels like it's really just felt like you've been very separate, right? And with this moon energy and this Muse energy coming in, it's like you don't have to do it alone. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you're transforming this. It feels like there's been a bit of a disconnect here, and we're trying to transform that, right? What have we been missing? So we have this, the 3 of emotions, which is about, celebrating with your friends. So instead of feeling like you have to do this alone, maybe there is, maybe there's like a connection you can make, right? Maybe there's a spiritual circle or a meditation group or something else where you can find this balance, right? This is something about getting connected with a group, right? Because all the possibilities are there. Things are turning in a different direction for you, right? So let yourself turn to your inner guidance for that and trying to find that balance, right? So you're on the right path. You're definitely moving in the right direction. So even if you're feeling a little bit disconnected now, know that is shifting into a place where you begin to feel it's like you're going to find the right thing that's just going to make things just like click. And then you'll be able to step into this place of, really finding your place, emotionally starting to feel really good, really content, right? These emotions here, right? The cups. So feeling that, allowing yourself to ask for help from the right people, it's going to make all the difference. Yeah, because things are shifting here. So we can see that this is, all the possibilities are here, and we're turning into a direction, right? Because you are now complete with the cycle that you've been in, and we're looking to create something new, right? That those mental thought patterns where we get sometimes caught up in our head a little bit too much, right? As we start to shift into that better feeling, we're going to have, we're just going to have, it feels like there's going to be help, just that little bit of assistance coming in, and that's going to help shift into this next phase, right? So don't be afraid to ask for help if you're feeling stuck. Let yourself reach out, because it feels, to me, this feels like you're totally on the right path to really creating a new shift for yourself. All right. Well, pile 2, I hope that this resonated. If you enjoyed your reading, I'd love if you would hit that little thumbs up down below, and have a wonderful day. Take care. And hello, pile number 3. So let's see what we have. Empath. Connect to self, cleanse, boundaries, and hold space. Okay. Connect to self, boundaries. All right, what does pile number 3 need to know? Oops. Okay, well, these ones are leaping out. Okay. All right, so we have, oh, that's interesting. These 5s keep coming out. All right, so where were we before? Where are we now? What are we moving into? All right, boundaries, hold space, connect to self. All right, so with that empathy in mind, we've got 2 5s here, right? So we're transforming the way that we connect with other people, right? So instead of these petty arguments and kind of struggling and trying to find your way, as we begin to set solid boundaries and learn how to hold space for ourselves and others, we come into a new, I feel like this is a centeredness in the material, right? So instead of just being all up in our heads, and it's like now we're starting to, it's like coming in, getting grounded, setting that solid boundary around yourself, being centered, is leading you into a place of standing very strong in your emotions, because you're not letting yourself be influenced by those around you. Their input is much less effective, right? They don't draw you off your center. What they're trying to do, right? When people squabble and pick arguments and they do all this stuff, they're really just trying to insert their control over your life. So instead of letting these people, once we have this, we move into this really beautiful space where, you become more, you draw inwards a little bit more, you connect into yourself, you connect into your own emotions instead of always, feeding off the vibe of somebody else's emotional state. Once we set those boundaries and we don't let the energy of other people influence so much, we can really start to tap into our own intuition. All right, so let's see where are we headed? All right, so the result of moving into this place, right? Coming from here, moving to here, and as we set those boundaries, what are we manifesting for ourselves? Oh, that's really interesting. Right? So we're ready. It's like once we've set solid boundaries for ourselves, once we learn how to hold the space to cleanse ourselves of other people's emotions and get clear on our own intuition, right? We become masters of our own selves, and we're not letting this outside influence come in after us anymore. Then we're in this place where we can really like step into something new and fresh. We don't need to feel indecisive because of the influence of others, but we can really start to step into a place where we're bringing a really fresh new outlook into everything that we're doing, right? We can really step forward into creating something new for ourselves, right? This is a more, it's like stepping into a new level of manifestation when we're moving out of this place of letting that influence happen, right? So really focusing on just setting really good boundaries. Let yourself hold the space and not hold on to the opinions, right? Because when we stand in our strength, we can do anything. So really listening to who you are and what you need, and let yourself tune into what that internal voice is telling you, right? We're tapping into what's happening within. And once we're feeling that centeredness, I feel like things are really just going to, they're just really going to start to flow into a much stronger and more open, like the energy moving forward is beautiful and brilliant, right? As long as we don't look back, because the past is done. We don't need to look back. We don't need to let this influence the decisions we make moving forward, right? The influence and interference of others in your ability to make your decisions as you move forward. Like, just take the leap of faith for what your intuition and your gut is telling you to do once you come from a beautiful, clear, connected space. Okay. All right. So I hope that has helped you or resonated with you. And of course, if you have any feedback or comments, I would love to hear. So if you're still here, I would love if you would hit that thumbs up button, or if you feel called to, click on that little subscribe button down below. It's been so wonderful getting to read for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Take care.